Hello everyone, welcome to the #1 Divine Intervention virtual event, the D.I.V.E Social Summit for short. If you are new to D.I.V.E live online, my name is Iona Meade. I'm your big vision and mission purposepreneur and founder of the Soul Speakers Academy and your host for this interview series, where I've brought together 49 guest experts who I like to call soul speakers from all over the world, sharing with you soul-inspired intuitive business, lifestyle and marketing strategies for purpose-driven business owners. So throughout the 49 days of the Social Summit, each of my guests, I'll bring them into the Soul Speaker Spotlight for you, where they'll share with you not only their free gift, but also their soul-inspired strategy for the day. So we know that the universe brings us what we need, but it's not always much fun to do it alone. So that's why you'll be able to connect with me, my guests, and other like-minded attendees for the Social Summit. So hopefully this is coming to you in divine timing, with divine energy, and in divine flow. So you'll be able to grab, if you haven't already, the bonus training for the Social Summit. It's called Speak Your Soul's Message 101. So we have about 20 minutes together today, and I'm going to bring on my very special guest. Super excited about today's interview. It's been well worth waiting for. So please welcome Nicole Holland. Hi, Nicole.
Hey, Iona. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming to D.I.V.E. So let me give you a warm introduction, Nicole. So Nicole Holland is the founder of the Business Building Rockstar Summit, which introduces service-based entrepreneurs to powerful marketing strategies and actionable steps to get their message out there in a big way. Perfect for the summit. So Nicole also helps entrepreneurs turn their passions into profits through her Business Building Rockstar Academy, where she focuses on the process of building a successful online business using the latest technologies and customized marketing strategies. I think you guys are going to be really excited about today. So do take notes, get that pen and paper ready. And if you have any questions whatsoever, then do leave them below and then continue on the conversation in the Facebook group. So Nicole, before we share your soul-inspired strategy and your freebie for today, can you share with our audience a little bit about how you've come to do what you're doing in the world today?
Absolutely. Thank you for the warm introduction. You know, I've always kind of been a coach most of my life. When my little brother got cancer when I was 11, we got involved with an organization called Special Love Incorporated. And through that was where I first really learned coaching skills. And then later on, I went to school for coaching in Tempe, Arizona, Southwest Institute of Healing Arts. I know that there's a lot of divine soul seekers that go there. So maybe there's some alumni in the audience as well. Cool. And so, yeah, I got my diploma in coaching and I started a practice, and one thing led to another, and I wound up leaving the practice for work, for a job. And I did that for quite some time. And it really drained me. It took me so out of alignment with who I am and who I was meant to be in this world. And so eventually I snapped out of it and I was like, wait a minute, there's more to life than what I'm doing. And I got back into coaching, and one of my real first loves was marketing. I worked in professional sports marketing when I was quite young, and decided, hey, let me couple my love for coaching and helping people with my love and creativity for out-of-the-box marketing strategies. And that's really kind of how I blended everything together into what my business is today.
Oh, thank you. Nicole, do you have to mute yourself? We've got a little bit of feedback.
Sure.
Just above your head, there's a... Oh, thank you. Sorry about that, guys. Thank you, Nicole. I love your story because I feel like it's going to resonate with a lot of our audience. And if it does, let us know your journey. Have you started your coaching or your helping and your healing work and thought, okay, I can do this? You get into it and it doesn't turn out the way that you thought it would. I know for me, I went along and I as I say, or you'll hear me say, I got a soul-sucking day job, right? And it does drain your energy. And there is that niggling thought at the back of your mind thinking, I am bigger than this. And I know that I'm called to do a certain, I'm called for a certain purpose. You feel like it is bigger than you, and going to go get a job, it doesn't really fit. It's not really in alignment. So do let us know if you resonate with that. I love that you say that you aligned your coaching with your marketing, and that's how you've come to do what you're doing, and you're doing the summit. So if somebody was like, they're thinking, okay, how do I get back into this? If they are now coming back online, or they're returning back to their coaching, or they're helping in their healing work, and they want to do the marketing, before we really get into your free gift, what would you say to the people that have doubted whether they can make this actually work for them? And I'll mute myself. Thank you.
Sure, that's a great question. I think that a key is be true to who you are, and it's easier said than done, but don't let the gremlins get the best of you. Don't look externally at what everybody else is doing and start thinking, okay, well, they're saying this, that has to happen, so I have to do that. And, oh, these people are saying this is what's going on now, and if I'm not doing this, I'm going to be unsuccessful. I think a lot of us fall into that trap at some point. And the key is acknowledging that we have fallen into it, recognizing that and saying, okay, and now what am I going to do differently? And really looking inward to say, what would be fun for me to do? What would be easy for me to do? And what would help me get my message out to the people who need it most? I think one thing that we, as coaches and service-based entrepreneurs, I think one thing that we get caught up in sometimes is how we just want to serve everybody. We want to help everybody. Well, there's like billions of people out there. And the truth is, you can't help everybody. So, you know, one of the things that a lot of my clients come to me with is they say, well, I don't want to limit my practice so much because then, you know, there's not enough people. There are. Think about how many hours in the week you actually want to work, right? And then think about, if you want to serve everybody, what that'll mean for you. So you really only need a handful of clients for most one-on-one practices that will sustain the lifestyle that you want. So I'm not sure if I'm off track from the original question.
No, I think that's perfect. And hopefully we won't have feedback. I don't hear any now because our sound was good. So I love that. I love your answer to that. And I don't think it was off track at all, because what I hear you saying is actually, you know, there's so much noise out there that we can get caught up in. And maybe that's one of the reasons why I think, okay, how do I make this work? By trying to fit on, trying to make everything out there fit you when it doesn't feel good. And that was one of the breakthroughs that I had in my business. Actually, what is it that I love to do? So I think it's really great, a really great suggestion. And I think it will be a game changer to actually just strip out the things that you don't like to do in your marketing, understand what it is that lights you up, and understand, actually, I don't need thousands and thousands of people. So the things that you're doing might just be, you might need to do less, right, rather than more, by cutting out the things that are not supporting you. If you only need a handful of clients to sustain your lifestyle and your business, I'm hearing you say, actually figure those out, and where can you actually reach your potential clients. So I love it. I think that's perfect. And I think sometimes we overcomplicate things, right? And you just simplified it for me. So that brings us perfectly into your free gift that you're bringing to the summit. And I will put a link around this interview for you guys to go and grab that. So Nicole brings to the summit, and this, it really resonated with me. So hopefully it will resonate with you. And again, I say take some notes. So it's the 6 secret pitfalls all successful entrepreneurs face starting out, but nobody talks about. And trust me, if this is you, you are not alone. So can you share a little bit about your freebie gift, Nicole?
Absolutely. You know, I think there's actually way more than 6, but I tried to narrow it down to some of the most common, because as entrepreneurs, we are oftentimes on our own, and we don't have people to really field some of the difficulties that we're going through with. And so we keep it inside and then look around and think everybody else has their stuff together and we're the only ones dealing with this. So how do we overcome it? When the fact of the matter is everybody goes through this stuff. The difference between people who are successful and those who fail is that the people who are successful continue to fail over and over and over, and they kept going. And so one of the things that, you know, I don't actually list in, I don't think I list, it's been a while since I wrote that book, but I don't think I list, is like finding community, a mastermind or a program that really is the right fit for you. Not just any program, but a program that's really the right fit for you, and where the message of the people who are running it really resonates. Yeah. And that's going to be your, in my opinion, your biggest asset, is to get with people who you can share what you're going through with and who understand and who've been there, and don't let it stop them from success.
Yeah, perfect. I love that. And I agree totally, wholeheartedly. And it wasn't until I really, I mean, I've invested in my business from day one, but getting around like-minded people, I'm in the UK. And so, you know, when I go online, then searching those communities and those programs really resonate with me. I think for some people, we feel as service-based business owners, entrepreneurs, spiritual entrepreneurs that are at home, really isolated sometimes. So I think that's a really valid point. And I love that you touch in your report about the success secret and the pitfall one about your friends and your family. Thinking that they'll be your biggest fans, and it's not always the case. So if you've experienced that, where you thought, actually, you know, I'm starting out in business and it's going to be really great, I'm going to have all this support, everybody to believe in me, and it hasn't been like that, then you're not the only one. For me, I wanted people to believe in me, my friends, my family, my ex-husband, and it wasn't the case. But what I realized is I didn't really believe in me at that time. You know, I was sending out mixed messages and a little bit confused, probably going through several of these pitfalls. Can you talk about when people do feel like they don't get, or they think that their friends and family will be their biggest fans, and the downside of that when they're not?
Sure. I think, again, everybody goes through it. You know, I was listening to something John Lee Dumas said the other day, and he and his partner Kate are incredibly successful in their industry. John Lee Dumas makes over $300,000 a month, and his family is still saying, "Well, what are you guys doing now? Like, what are you working? How are you getting by? How are you earning an income now?" So it's like he does podcasting and people don't understand that. And Marisa Murgatroyd, I was at an event of hers back in January, and she was talking about how her mom still asks her if she needs money for food. And it's like, no matter how successful we are as entrepreneurs, a lot of times people just can't understand what it is we do because they don't see us as entrepreneurs. They see us as the children that they raised, or the sibling, or the friend, or whatever. And so it's not that they're not supportive per se, it's that they just don't have the lenses to see clearly what we are doing. And so I would say something that's really helped me personally is just detaching from that need for approval. And again, getting into a mastermind, getting into a group with people who are already doing what it is you want to be doing, who are already succeeding with what you want to be succeeding in. And I will say too, one of the pitfalls that I fell into with that was I was hiding for a long time because I felt like, well, these people are already succeeding. Excuse me. So who am I to be with them in this same space, right? Like, I'm here to learn from them. I'm not a colleague. I'm not a peer. And that's so wrong. And that did me so much injustice for the longest time. I want to be around people who are more successful than me. I want to, because you get to emulate, and you stay open and learn, and don't let that ego get in the way. And that's how people will start seeing you in this bigger space, and you'll start seeing yourself in this bigger space, and everything just starts flowing.
Yeah, I love that. And thank you for that, Nicole. And that's one of the reasons why I built the summit in this way. So if you have been following along with the summit, and you'll know the Speak Your Soul's Message 101, where I open up my bonus training to show you how to get featured on Hangouts, virtual events, summits, and radio. Just modeling what we're doing. You know, it's not about positioning, oh, you're on that side, we're on that side, collectively. And Nicole will be, if you love what she's sharing, she will be actually contributing to what I call my Uber giveaway as I open up the Soul Speakers Academy. And it is around getting around the right people and like-minded people. It's not right or wrong, but like-minded people who support you in your vision, who get it. And I've brought together 49 soul speakers who I like to call joint vision partners, because we have that joint vision of making an impact, making that transformation in the world. So I really love that you say that. I totally wholeheartedly agree. So in your report, you talk about another one of the pitfalls, and then we'll go to your soul-inspired strategy. I love this one. It's the secret pitfall number 2, which is probably not so secret. Like you said, there's so many. Just to list out 6 is kind of a hard thing, but I love this one. So if I build it, they will come. Have you heard this, guys? I have. So can we talk a little bit about that, Nicole?
Absolutely. You know, and I even say this to clients sometimes: if you build it, they will come. And I do believe it. The problem is, what most people don't realize is, not only do you have to build it, you have to check in and make sure the people want it. So, you know, for example, Iona, you and I, you know, we both developed summits, and it's not that we just went one day, I think I'm going to create a summit, and then the people will just show up. No, you listen to your audience, you listen to what their pains are, you listen to what they need, and then you find a way that's fun for you, that just lights you up and you get excited about, to solve their problem. And I think it's really important to always check in with your ideal clients and with your audience. Now, keep in mind, there's going to be a lot of people who are saying they don't want what you are offering. And I think this goes back to what we talked about before. You're not here to serve everybody. Yeah. You're here to serve the right people for you, that are hearing your message, that only hear it from you. You know, how many times have we heard the same thing over and over and over, but it takes one person, the way they say it, something about it resonates, even though it's not the first time you've heard it. So we're all here with these messages, and they may be the same messages as other people, but we have to find our people. And so I think it's really important to tune in to what who you want to work with, what they want to get from you, what they need from you, and you share that. Then you build that, and yes, they will come.
Yeah, love it. Thank you so much, Nicole. Love it. So guys, I will put the link again to get Nicole's freebie for today. And, you know, don't forget to take notes and continue on the conversation. If you are here on Nicole's featured day, then she'll be in the Facebook group to answer any questions. And if you're not here on our featured day, then do move into inspired action and come over and let us know how you find it anyway. So Nicole, let's share your soul inspired strategy for the day. So if you are new to D.I.V.E live online, and hopefully you're not, you're listening to the interviews as we play out the summit, but the soul inspired strategy is to help you move and feel your way in your life, your business, and your marketing. Each of my guests are bringing in those tips, those tools, those strategies, those practical things. But this is the way to really have that divine download for the day. So do share yours, Nicole. That'd be great.
Yeah, my soul inspired message is, get really clear on what you're here to do. And again, tune out the noise, tune out the messages that are telling you what not to do or what you should do. Because the truth is, we came into this world with a purpose, with a divine purpose, and we knew it when we were very, very young, and before we could be told, no, that's wrong. So tune into your own heart, tune into your own soul, and figure out what it is you're here to do. And as you move through your business, as you move through life, just keep checking in and making sure. It's funny because I find in my own 39 years so far, when I have problems, it's because I'm off purpose. When I am on purpose, I feel good. Everything flows. The abundance comes. People love me. I love people and I'm healthy. And when I'm off purpose, that's where the trouble arises. And so that would be my strategy I want to leave everybody with, is just really get aware of who you are inside and start letting that shine on the outside.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So I'm going to wrap up for today, and I'll ask you if you have anything to add at the end, Nicole. So hopefully you've enjoyed it. Do share this interview, do share this information with anyone that you know who will love it or who has felt stuck and has fallen prey to those pitfalls in business and actually thought that it's actually only them behind closed doors, because it can be a real game changer. It can be a confidence booster to actually know, actually, I'm not the only one, and there is a new way. There is a way for me to move forward, and there is a way for me to get my message out there in a big way, as Nicole says. So we do believe in transformation. You'll hear me say it. You've heard me say it throughout the summit. Each of my guests, for all 49 soul speakers, Nicole included, myself included, believe in that transformation and that you can provide. So if you are somebody who has that message, who has that purpose, as Nicole says, being on purpose and being in alignment, and you want to find that way to get your message out there, then do get onto the bonus training where I open up my Soul Speakers Academy. Because we know that transformation begins that one person at a time, and that person is you. As Nicole says, getting around the right people. And if you love what Nicole's sharing, if you love what all of the guests are sharing, they're actually contributing. So you not only focus on your lifestyle, your business and your marketing, you focus not just on that one area, but you're actually getting your message out there and able to keep that life balance and have that lifestyle that you actually want while you do that. So I'm excited. I'm excited to continue on the conversation with you. I think it's really powerful to actually get around the right people and just know that you are where you are, because that's where you need to be, but you can move forward. So Nicole, do you have anything else to add before we wrap up today?
All I have to add is just thank you, Iona. This has been a lot of fun, and it's my pleasure to be able to speak to your audience and to provide value to your summit. And yeah, if anybody really resonated with my message, I'd love to see you over at the Business Building Rockstar Summit. We still have 2 weeks to go. And yeah, come on over and hang out with us after you finish up with the D.I.V.E Summit.
Thank you. Yeah, there's room to see. The thing with getting your message out there in a fun way is that you get asked to feature on Hangouts, you get asked to feature on summits and virtual events. And if you are someone who resonates with that, then it's worth seeing how people do it and actually applying what they've done. As Nicole says, when people are successful at whatever area, then modeling what they're doing and shortcutting your learning curve, because that's what it's all about, right? So come into the summit, see what area of expertise each of my guests are sharing. And if you need a lot or a little bit of help in that area, then we have something for you. There's no competition in this world. I love what Nicole's sharing. And I think the marketing piece is huge. It's to demystify it for you is going to be a real game changer. So this is Iona Meade. I look forward to bringing another soul speaker to you throughout the summit, sharing more soul-inspired, intuitive business, lifestyle, and marketing strategies. So I shall see you over at www.divelive online. Take care, guys.